Okay, we will Adrian McIntyre here, better known as Big Mac. Big Mac. Big Mac, I understand, was the captain, but not the first captain of Dodgers.
The first captain was Long John, which is Winston Smith, and before him was Garcia, Hicks Garcia's brother.
There was a captain before Long John?
Yeah. What was the boy's name? Hicks Garcia's brother. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it in terms of, what was the strong point of Dodgers from as far as you concerned as the leader?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, or to be factual about it, I used to play for St. Dominic's RC. And there was this team called Dodgers, which was Winston Smith, Butcher, Derek and Russell, my younger brothers, and some other guys. Hainsley George, known as Dopey, Pat Small, Bernard, Clyde Bernard. But we...
Is that from the youth? That was the Dodgers when you were a youth, or the Dodgers was formed before you got into Dodgers?
Yes, Dodgers was formed before I got into Dodgers. I was for St. Dominic's RC. But we used to get 10 goals against us from Dodgers and Blackpool and other teams. And then Butcher, God rest his soul, he just passed away about a year ago. He came to me and he said, Adrian, you shouldn't be playing with St. Dominic's RC with Aldwyn Samuel that couldn't kick a line, and Peters, who we call Chicken, who had 2 left feet, and things. So every team giving you all 8 and 10 goals. He said, come and join Dodgers and your 2 brothers. And then I said, nah, I was dedicated to St. Dominic's. I like the ex-pupils. But after getting about 12 goals from one of the teams, I said, you know what, I had enough of this. So I went to Dodgers.
Hold on, I need to clarify. You said St. Dominic's, then you said ex-pupils, because ex-pupils is a team too. So was it the name of the team, was it St. Dominic's?
No, the name of the team was St. Dominic's ex-pupils.
Is that related to ex-pupils, the actual ex-pupils team?
Yes.
All right, okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Good.
It was from St. Dominic's RC, all of us used to go there.
Okay.
And then we were we had left
like alumni then.
Like right. So then Butcher convinced me to come over there and join. And without being boastful, from the year I got there, and Butcher is the one that reminded me, because he was a historian for Dodgers and the entire Mova.
And miserable, God rest his soul.
Yes, very, but he knows. He could tell you. He was so nervous when we were sleeping here. He was so nervous before a game that he would come, and we used to sleep after lunch, you know, in those days. You have lunch 12 o'clock, you slept till the game was 3 o'clock. You played Merry Men, whoever. We would all be sleeping here, 4 boys in one room. Butcher would come and knock the window, and he was so nervous he couldn't sleep. So he would come and talk to me there, and I happened to know. But anyway, we were playing. From that year, for 12 years in a row, Dodgers won either the knockout, what they call the Shield, which is the Premier League, and another thing, or all 3, or 2, but at least one for 12 years in a row.
Okay, I didn't get that information before.
Well, again, I knew it was about 10 years, but Butcher gave me the years. From I left there in 1967, from 1955 to 1967 when I left here, Dodgers won every year, either all 3 trophies, 2, or at least 1, which was never accomplished by any other team in Mova, including Blackpool, your favorite.
No, I'm Cipriani. I'm a supporter of Blackpool.
Blackpool, but you are Cipriani.
Okay.
Which would be those 2 brothers there, the Hunt or whatever?
Yes, correct.
Right, okay, I heard about them.
So you're backing up the right tree there.
Yeah. But we had a wonderful time. And like
so Adrian, what you consider your your main rival team. We have a little ask Pat this, ask
Okay.
Russell this,
Okay.
ask Constantine and Sil. So I want to hear your version.
As far as I'm concerned, Honved, which is their Constantine. That to me was our rival team, Honved. But having said that, the same St. Dominic's ex-pupils that I played for that used to get 10 and 12 goals, they beat us a couple of times.
Final?
Because half of the team would not show up. You see, we were so convinced that they had nothing that Pat Small would say, I don't have a pair of shoes. Timo wouldn't show up. This one wouldn't show up and the other one would. So we would go really with half a team. And they would beat us. And Blackpool beat us a couple of times and one or two other teams, you know. But we were fortunate enough in that for those 12 years we were superior in every facet of the game. And we had what you call a really top-notch team.
What about other teams to mention that, I mean, you have other teams here?
Oh yes, of course. Merrymen, Blackpool, Manchester United, right?
Pat mentioned Manchester.
Oh yeah, they were good. With Harvey Asgarali and...
James Daniel.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
that boy that died. Seminole and a few other guys. Oh, his son used to play and he died to a brown skin boy living on the hill up there. I forgot his name now. But they had a very good team too.
So I did a little research. I found out from Ansel Constantine. I didn't know. I always thought Russell was one of the first, but I understood that you played with Dynamos.
Yeah, Forest Green. Yeah. I played with Dynamos for a couple of years. I played with Burnley in Northern League.
Well, that was a mover team, right?
Well, yes, a mover team.
Yeah.
I also played in Northern League for Telco. It used to be called Telco in those days.
Is that why I know Burnley could have been the mover league, but these other ones, how you distribute your time?
Oh, okay.
Do you play with 3 teams or was it at different times?
At different times.
Oh, okay. And when you left, 67?
67, yeah.
Okay, and the Burnley Northern League was, what, late 50s, early 60s?
Early 60s.
Early 60s,
Yeah,
I remember the
around.
Burnley team.
Oh, 50s because, God rest his soul, yesterday, Ephraim played right wing at one time first.
Okay.
Yeah, Ephraim Sarah played right wing, but just for a little while because he was like 12 years older than us. So when I played for Burnley, he was at his peak then, right now.
So when you went and participated with these other teams coming out of the mover league,
yeah.
Did you ever have like a mover consciousness? Did you?
Oh yes.
Mover was
fanatical, because when we played, I never forgot, we won, and Ephraim Sarah, God rest his soul again. We won the league, we got the medals, but because of some guys in those days not paying the contribution, Ephraim declined to give quite a few of them the medals. Yes, he
Well, you have to have that.
yeah, you have to have that.
You must have that system.
He refused to give some of them the medals because they didn't contribute the weekly, whatever. And, you know, but when we won another league one year,
Wait, hold on. What you saying?
Burnley.
You're saying that Burnley won the Northern League?
Yes.
But Russell never really told me that. Burnley won the... You remember what year Burnley won?
No,
I think I heard a young guy told me that.
No, listen, why I remembered it. Russell, you don't remember when Burnley won? Is either the knockout or something? Impromptu.
Okay,
They took
so...
up
Yeah, so it has to be about 57, 58 or
58.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, around there.
And you say they get some pan?
Yeah, they went to Ebonites Panyard, picked up a couple of pans, and they paraded from Ebonites down Ramier Street by that street across it. And then they came, the police station at that time was located on Ladium Avenue, the small house.
Yeah.
And we paraded in front of there, which it was illegal if you wanted, because that was in August, September. But they were cheering us on because Mova had won something.
Okay.
And we walked up the Ladian Avenue by the church.
Well, I'm going to have to take a note of that then,
Yeah.
because if you're saying that, I picked up that because I know I heard it before, but nobody, Russell, nobody told me that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that clearly.
Okay. Based on you been coming back to Morvant since that time?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I left.
You see anything that needs improvement in Morvant? What would you like to see that you're not seeing right now?
Of course. Of course. The vast improvement with the houses and everybody has 3 cars is one thing. But when I look at that savannah, like we call it, that's like a dagger in my heart now. Because when we were playing, it was mud and big stones. That's all.
Yeah.
Goalposts that if Winchester from
Gordon Blackpool
hit that bar, the whole bar would fall down. Because it's wood or pipes. Now they have stand, they have grass. We never saw grass in that savannah, never for those 12 days. No, they have grass, they have stands, they have pavilion, they have this, that, and nobody's doing anything. Once in a while,
magic.
That is
nothing is done.
That is a dagger in my heart every time I pass it. I guess because of my love for football.
Yeah.
I remember telling a girl, we coming across Morvant, the savannah in Port of Spain. I said, when I die, when I die, I want to be buried under a football field. I had loved soccer so much. I remember saying that.
As you say, buried under a football field. Let me get this one.
As a young man, I said that.
What are your forties that I say in the magazine? Because when you talk Dodgers now, McIntyre is your name being called. So for 12 years now, for somebody to stay dominating with over a period of time, you have to have chemistry and stuff. How did the brothers' situation help?
Oh, the brothers. That's why I guess it was a chemistry. It was myself, Derek.
I like Derek.
Yeah, and Russell.
I respect you.
Yeah.
I like Derek and Russell's skill.
Yeah.
But I have a version I'll put to you just now about the brothers. But tell me how that worked, because your brother always called a lot in Dodgers.
Yeah. It was myself, Derek and Russell. And then Derek got married.
And you forget George?
Well, let me wait.
Right.
Let me give you the story.
Yeah.
Derek got married. And George came in then. And then when I left for the United States, Ian came in. And that in itself is a historical thing, because you had the Serrets that had more brothers than us. You had the Bernards had more brothers than us. But none of them, all 5 of us, played for the same team. None of those other brothers, and there were many other big... They all played for different teams. The only Bernard, 2 of them, Clyde and...
Did you guys discuss any game plan before anything? Those days where you just get your jersey and you just come and play?
Believe it or not, we never discussed. And it's a good.
What about if you have a good forward coming up against you, a dynamite forward? Like we say when the Eagles came and you had Lover or your Leroy, because I know Leroy won the most goals. I know Leroy won most goals. 1 year. Right? So did you guys ever say keep an eagle eye on him, or you guys just... Because I didn't see no discussion.
No, believe it or not, that's what I'm saying. We never did. Once in a while, we say, see Javier Azgarali, I would tell him, see Javier Azgarali, do not leave him alone. You know, don't give him space at all. People like that. Very few people. And another point you're talking about
Kevin.
Kevin. But that was the thing. But really, we never, unlike Blackpool, and I was telling Leroy that yesterday, who Chimuk was their sponsor. And Chimuk would have them in there 2 hours before a game with a blackboard and chalk. Do this, do this, do this. When you're going to Adrian, 2 of you all, one go on this side, one go on there. When you're going to Russell, don't let me. And there were certain teams that, even though people had skills, and in essence I'm talking about Russell, we would drop, I remember Butcher saying that, we'd have a little committee, 4 or 5 of us, and we say, we cannot play, as much as Russell had skills, Russell was soft in a way. And when we were playing Manchester United, where they were rough, we would bring in Theo Gordon, not half as skilled as Russell, but he was tough. And when those guys, Javi Azgarali and them, they would come and hit you. Russell, and Russell again. Unlike us, we would all leave here in white pants and red shirts. All of us come back, you couldn't tell his color. Russell would always come back in his white pants. Because Russell ain't going to no mud.
Yeah.
You know, he get the ball and as soon as the pool of mud there, he jumps over the ball and jumps over the mud. And by that time, somebody took the ball.
I thought you guys didn't know that.
That's why certain teams, we play in Hornbed or Manchester United, we would leave Russell out because we know Constantine Ansel was a dirty player.
Yeah.
And was the guy his friend?
Elmo?
No, not yes, well, Elmo.
Yeah.
Elmo wasn't dirty, but tough.
Yeah.
Vaughan Murray. Vaughan
Caesar.
Caesar. Vaughan Caesar.
Yeah.
You didn't know him?
No.
When I tell you, tough guy.
No.
But he wasn't
He
a
was an
regular.
importer.
No.
He's from over?
Yes, he used to live.
One used to live at you turn in Matapal Street.
From
Lady Young Avenue.
Right.
On the left hand side.
Ian and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
How you guys know? I'll just tell you the way it is. My assessment of players and ability. I had George as the best balanced player, McIntyre.
Okay.
I liked Derek.
Okay. Yeah.
Something about demeanor.
Yes.
Just like him, you know, as a young guy, you like that guy. He was quiet. As a young guy, I used to want to go down by the team huddles and try to listen to what they say and stuff, you know. And I always liked Derek. But how did you guys decide to? We always feel George kind of get a little rough deal.
Yeah.
We thought George got because George was a really good player. And but we don't know about Deacons because Deacons started to do well with the Tranquil and stuff. But how do you guys know when somebody is ripe to be brought in terms of the brotherhood? How
Well, with the brotherhood,
is it being short?
No.
And before
When you say short, what do you mean?
short of a player. And because that's how I played with Blackpool.
Oh, you. Okay.
God, Blackpool was short and God didn't tell me come with your guests or whatever.
Right.
He knew because they had some imported players, maybe he wasn't showing up.
Yeah. No.
So I want to know how you guys brought in players.
As far as the brothers or players in general?
Well, the brothers had to either supersede other players.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's somewhere. But it seemed to me that George and maybe Deacons maybe had to wait a little longer than they should.
What you're saying is true. I'll tell you about George. What you're saying is exactly true because they had Clean Walker and they had, well, it was a standard thing. We know once everybody showed up, which is most of the time, Sagadan in goal. In the early days, Derek and myself were backs. Winston Smith, Butcher, and Cleon Walker were the halves, standard.
Right.
Then the forward line would be Clyde Bernard, Timo, Russell. Who is the other one? And Dopey.
Right.
Well, yeah, but you're missing somebody.
I see Lava was there.
No, but Lover can later.
Yeah.
When it was Clyde Bernard, Timo, Pat Small. Oh, Russell and Dopey.
Right.
The original forward line, which was fantastic. Clyde Bernard, Timothy Walker, Pat Small, Russell, and Dopey.
Okay.
That was the original thing.
And George was classed as a forward?
No, George wasn't there at that time. When we started, George didn't even play then. I mean, he played.
No, he was young, but what was George classed as? What do you consider George as for selection?
George was, at that time, was if one of these guys didn't show
forward.
Half.
Because Russell's, you call him Russell in the forward line.
Yes.
But Russell prototype is not a forward.
No. You have it wrong. Let me tell you, I know I'm there.
Yeah.
Soccer these days has changed much. Remember?
Yeah.
When I telling my grandson about it, he said, Grandpa, but that's not, we don't do that anymore. 4-2-4 and this. I say, I don't care how you all do it. It's still, when you line up.
I agree.
I say, when you line up, you don't line up 4-2-4 or 5-1-2.
Yeah.
It's 5 forwards, 3 halves, that's how we, 2 backs and a goalkeeper. And as you touch a ball in today's change,
it falls into pressure.
I say, but nowadays it never changed. Of course, you're going to have a half coming down.
Yeah.
You're going to have a back coming up to a point.
Yeah.
Midway. Now you have backs scoring goals.
Yes.
I say. So it has changed up. We know that. I say, but it was standard, and that's how it was. Now coming back to you, Russell was always a forward as far as we can tell. Now he may drift back like Pat Small a little bit, but the forward line was, again, just like I told you, those 5 guys. And they were, I used to remember, it was like tic-tac-toe when they were moving good. Pat Small to Clyde to Timo to Russell to Dopey.
Dopey down the line.
Listen, and they would come down like this.
Yeah.
And then Dopey would swing that ball in there. I never forgot Pat Small. The goal post was here, and he was like this to the goal post. And he chested the ball here, spun around, and with his left foot, but it went over bars.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I said that 4 years ago, Pat remembered it.
You remember yesterday?
Yes. His back was to the goal here. And the ball, one of Russell or Dopey kicked it. And he went up and chested it. But he chested it forward so. And he spun around before it hit the ground. And with a left foot over that goal.
I saw that.
Oh, you saw?
Yeah.
But it went over bars.
It went skimmed the
crossbar.
It didn't score.
No.
As we said yesterday.
Yes.
If that had scored, I would in the record books. That's the first time I saw a chest strap anyway.
Yeah.
First time I see somebody move a chest strap.
But coming back to you and George. George was... You had a standard team. And even though you knew that George may have had...
brothers, you, Adrian, all you. And it's normal because even when you have a coach that has a son, he's tougher on the son.
Sure.
I think that is just
it's a normal thing.
But I just find that George waited a little
You know who told me that?
to get his shake.
I don't know if you know Timal.
Eggy?
No, not this one. One is great. He lives in Sawa now. He used to own... Not the one who owned the shop down there.
Oh, no,
one of his older brothers. Yeah. What was his name? I forget his name. But anyway, he at 12, and this guy who lived there from Samoa. The guy
I don't know.
Yeah, from Samoa. They used to come up with bags full of money and bet on Dodgers. And they used to give people 2 goals with Dodgers and clean up. In those days, I'm talking about clean up. And Timal told me that. He said, Adrian, George should be... Don't worry with Cleon Walker and them in the fancy thing. You see, because George, and I saw George chase on a ball once, off the field, and I say again, it wasn't like now, pretty field, bush, and George going after that ball up in the bush there, but you know it had no markings and all that. And I said, what? George, in that one game, George defended, he ran down ball. Yes, he was terrific. But coming back to your thing, the people we used to have on standby, we used to have the standby people we would have is George, but George would be the first. As soon as somebody not showing up, George coming on. We're not waiting up 10 minutes. Because we know George is as good as whoever we're waiting on. Wait. Let me tell you this standby people. Radix.
Winston.
He used to come down and they still give him fatigue up to the day. He would come down every game, clean white clothes, and go back home. And he would come back next week because he know he really, he wasn't into the game, but he always dressed sharp.
He has a sharp guy.
Yes. So, and then now, later on now, when Cleon stopped playing and Derek stopped playing and this one, and Pat would always say, oh, I didn't have a pair of shoes or put aside and they come 10. We would wait on him, you know. Very few people would wait on, but Pat was one of them.
Yeah, you have to wait on
Sure. And then now when they came in now, we brought in like Harvey, because he got a little fed up with them or where.
Yeah.
We didn't
that's what I was going to ask him. What happened? Russell told me Harvey just felt he wasn't getting too much opposition and being in a strong team.
Yeah.
And he went and he plays like that.
Yeah.
He plays like he likes to feel pressure. You know.
He was that type of guy.
He plays like that. So that's what actually happened.
Yeah. In his, as far as I know. One day they came to me.
But I believe that totally.
And they came to me and said, Harvey has. I said, what? Because he's a man. He living there.
Yeah.
And that's his team. How he could come in? I didn't know what really went on. But I said, listen.
Pat even said he didn't stay long.
No.
Pat, you played with him, he said but he didn't stay long.
He didn't stay long.
Yeah, he didn't stay long.
And Lover, you know, little time, this. Lover always wanted to play with Dodgers.
Yeah,
but
not?
I mean,
Why
the
not?
younger boys was his teammates. This boy right
Eagle,
here.
Pecker,
Huh?
Sutcliffe, Buffett.
All of them, Buffett and all of them.
Yeah.
So they were younger than us.
Yeah.
So but he always liked Dodgers.
Yeah.
So the first opportunity he gave,
Yeah.
and they were kind of shaky at certain times.
Yeah. So did you play when you went away?
Oh, a little while, but not too much more.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
So,
I used to play with and that's where I met the guy you said was the coach.
Yep.
I never forgot. We used to play in Wingate Park, in a park near to me when we used to live in the apartment. Right? And I would go down there, and Yip and all of them would be there, and they play. And then I would go to New Jersey with them. Because in those days, 67, they didn't have 10 Trinidadians in Brooklyn.
Right.
Now it's 10 million, you had to run from it.
Yeah.
So you were happy to see Dennis Yip and these kind of guys, And we had a traveling team. So we'd go upstate and just play, but not too long after that.
Okay, so you didn't play?
No, I didn't play. No, I didn't play. No.
So I want to thank you for the opportunity, to give me the information, the Dodgers information, and you putting out ball for whatever reason. I'm in trouble with Blackpool, but that's okay. And you mentioned Winchester because Winchester,
He scored a goal from, I don't know if you were there, from half field where the pitch was.
He was good in the air,
What? He took that ball. Now people making a big thing about him, probably the corner and thing. I mean, these guys have improved with these, what they call it,
in-swingers
and whatever. But he did that from half field. He put that ball down, and you could see he measured everything with his eye. And he
was precision, though.
What?
He was a precision.
Let me tell you, no me, no Sagadan, or nobody could have gotten that ball. It went up what you call in the V, right here.
Yeah.
From half field.
He was a class guy. He was a class guy.
Really, and a nice guy too.
Yeah. So Adrian, again, I want to thank you for the opportunity to do this mobile of interview, and I wish you all the best. And
thanks a lot.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know you. I only heard about Midget, but now
you didn't know me before you left?
No.
And I got to know you from the ball all the time?
Listen, I am an honest guy. I only heard about you all playing big time football, and I said, wait. Can't be Leroy little brothers either. Because you all were little kids,
Yeah, it's true. We were really small. And now I was extra small.
Sure, well, I don't mean small in height, but young guys. But no, I guess that's why they call you that. But you're no longer that. So, it was really a nice. This was an enticing time for me because, like I said, I never knew about you. But when I heard little things, and now that I've met you officially and seen your product, hats off to you.
Thanks.
Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.